Meanwhile, in Lebanon, the economy is collapsing and the politics is making it worse. This is a country of about 5 million people located in West Asia, and it's facing a major crisis. Lebanon does not have a president. It doesn't even have a proper government. Not for want of trying, though, because the lawmakers have tried repeatedly. Yesterday, they made their 12th attempt and failed. I'll repeat that. They could not appoint a president after 12 attempts. It's been 7.5 months of utter chaos. The country is running on autopilot and it's heading straight towards a crash. Our next report has the details.
There was yet another standoff in the Lebanese parliament yesterday, a vote to select the president. Sadly, this wasn't any pivotal moment. It has become all too common. This was the 12th attempt to select a president. The 12th vote in 7.5 months.
Jihad Azour.
And just like the 11 times before this, the vote failed once again. Before we get into why, let's look at the contenders. One candidate was Suleiman Frange. He's the grandson of a former president with whom he shares his name. He also served as Lebanon's Minister of Interior and Municipalities between 2004 and 2005. His opponent was Jihad Azour. He's a former finance minister of Lebanon, having served in the role from 2005 to 2008. He's also an alumni of the International Monetary Fund. He became the IMF director of the Middle East and Central Asia Department in 2017. Azour seems to check the boxes when it comes to becoming Lebanon's president. He's an economic expert, and that's essential when considering the crisis consuming Lebanon. The country's economy has been crumbling since 2019. The exchange rate used to be about 1,500 Lebanese pounds to the dollar. Today, that rate is over 15,000 pounds to the dollar, a tenfold decrease in value. But this isn't the only problem. In 2020, an explosion ripped through the main port in Lebanon's capital, Beirut. Over 200 people died and more than 300,000 were left homeless. Damages amounted to billions of dollars. Between all this and the COVID-19 pandemic and the war in Ukraine, Lebanon lies at the brink of collapse. So you'd think the politicians would get on with it and select a president. Either the political family's scion or the economic expert. Anything would be better than the present stalemate, right? Not quite. This brings us to why Lebanon faces its power vacuum. Politics. Lebanon's parliament is divided. The group calling the shots seems to be Hezbollah. It has been designated a terrorist organization by a lot of countries, but is backed by Iran. And it's a strong political party in Lebanon. Hezbollah dislikes the Economist candidate Jihad Azour. Hezbollah and its allies voted for Suleiman Frange. Almost everyone else wanted Azour. This was the result.
Suleiman Frange 51, Jihad Azour 59, Ziad Baroud 6, New Lebanon 8, empty ballot 1, Joseph Aoun 1, annulled paper 1. Total would be 127. There is one missing paper.
The Economist was ahead by 8 votes. A second round was supposed to be held. In the second round, Azour would have needed just 6 extra votes. If he hit 65, Azour would have become president. But that wasn't to be. Hezbollah and its allies staged a walkout. That meant Lebanon's parliament fell short of the minimum number of lawmakers needed to initiate a vote, leading to the 12th attempt to choose a president also failing. This has become such a routine affair that no one was surprised.
Of course, we knew this is how the session would go, since it was called for and they wanted to go ahead with it. They did not postpone it, but of course with no result. We were sure that more than 50% or 70%, we knew there will be no precedent. They will agree on a third candidate. There is no other way.
We are tired and no one is able to change anything. They either don't know how to change anything or they don't have the intention to. But the result is one. Lebanon and the Lebanese are the biggest losers.
She says Lebanon and the Lebanese are the biggest losers, a country and its people without leadership, heading for an economic collapse and more misery.